Go. Right then. Hello there. We've got a special guest here today. He's called Dale, and he's from Wolverhampton. I think he's a Wolves fan, are you, Dale?
Yep.
He's got his own YouTube channel, and I've invited him on to Porky's Corner today to have a little chat. I think he wants to get a few things off his chest. He's not happy with a few things in boxing at the moment, and I said, well, come on, channel and get it off your chest. I'm just going to show my dressing gown off. Some fans sent me, and it says my name on. Look, that's in case I get lost, if I get Alzheimer's when I'm older. It says Russell, and I'm a bit of a scrounger this week. I've had these. I'm having tea bags sent me. Robin Reed gave me some multivits, and I've had a Lacoste t-shirt. So to say we're a non-profit making channel, I've been tapping away like a woodpecker this week. But away you go then, Dale. What are you not happy with, kid? Tell me what you're unhappy with.
Well, it's gotta be the sky, hasn't it? Fucking already started to put everything in the pipeline in there for the next round of pay-per-views.
Yeah, it's not good, is it, mate?
You'll have pointies on the ringside, yeah, and the Femi fight in a couple of weeks. Heated intense beef.
Heated intense beef. I like that one. Heated intense beef.
Promoting their next fight, you know, the winner, the fight is 27th, the winner gets Femi in April. They've already started, you know, Eddie's already been on a few podcasts this week already saying that White's very likely to fight Chisora next, and the winner will fight AJ in April. They've got no intention of even going near Wilder or approaching their team for that fight, so it looks pretty much set in stone that we're going to be getting White or Chisora.
Yeah.
You know, we're having Kell Brook all of a sudden, there's been radio silence from him and his camp, everything Cook fight fell apart.
Yeah.
The near calm fight list, all of a sudden, spotted all across the fucking Sky Sports homepage. He can make 147 again, he can do it. They're just got to fill that final pay-per-view date, and they, you know, because obviously they're going to be getting value more than likely. Apart the WTA don't project that time.
Yeah.
So they need that third pay-per-view at the end of the year.
Yeah, they do. This is my take on it. They're going for as many pay-per-views. They're going for as many pay-per-views as they can, Dale, aren't they? Do you think?
Ridiculous. Well, Speedo on the Nuthouse podcast on Sunday stated this fact, and I will repeat this fact. Eddie Hearne has not promoted a world title fight in the UK on Sky Sports in 2018. That is unacceptable.
What, he's not put Eddie Hearne's not put a world title fight on this year on a regular Saturday night? Is that what we're saying, Dale?
That's exactly what we're saying. I mean, we had Scott Quick.
What about Katie Taylor? Want that a world title?
Yeah, it was on a next gen card. But that's women's boxing.
Yeah, you mean men? You mean as in the men? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the men. Yeah. You had Quigg against Valdez, but that was that not a top ranked promotion over in America. You had Inoue McDonald. That was obviously not a matchroom promotion. You had Fielding against Zoiga. Was that not a Salem promotion over in Germany? And the other fights that you've had Burnett against his mandatory when he binned the belt. Yeah, yeah. His mandatory, that was on the AJ Park card. You had Paul Cutler challenge for his vacant one, that was on the Hay Bellevue card. So again, you know, we've had nothing on regular Sky this year that is world title. Yeah.
Well, this is how it's going now, innit? It's all going towards pay-per-view, innit? I think what's happening is they just want to get as much as they can out of pay-per-view before somebody stops it. I listened to the worst podcast I've ever listened to in my life. All it was Spencer Oliver, who is a Sky company man, as you know, and one of the biggest rimmers in boxing. I'm talking rimmer. And Jake Wood, who basically, from what I've heard, he's a rimmer as well. And basically all they do is just blow each other off they had Coogan Cassius on at end giving like a daily report. Now Coogan's a boxing man, he didn't used to be, but he's not as hardcore as us, but he does get to know probably a lot more than us. But they had him as a summariser at end after Eddie Hearne came on, and it was just one big blowjob between the lot of them. And I'm a bit disappointed in Coogan because at times he does show the odd flash of hardcoreness, and at other times he lets himself down. He is not hardcore, he is a casual. Now Jake Wood, he is starstruck. He's starstruck, and he's got ginger hair as well. And his mate Spencer Oliver, well, he's not wrapped up right, is he? He can't be. Now, from what I've heard, like, he got a few quid out that big YouTube bonanza event they had on other night. Now he was involved in that one, so he got lumped up out that, so he gets where water goes, doesn't he? But after listening to that podcast, I don't like the fucking pair of them, mate, at all. They rimmed Eddie off all the way through the 55 minutes. It was a blowjob of blowjobs. Now I've just seen Martin from New Age Podfather savaging them on Twitter. Go on, Martin, you are the fucking voice of the people. I've just seen him savaging them. And they deserve it, mate. Some of the questions they were asking were, where do you get your clothes from and stuff like that. It were real cutting edge. Not one question about StubHub or parent companies or why they put pay-per-view up £3 and why there's that many pay-per-views, and not one. Or why Dillian White's not fighting Ortiz for WBC Eliminator, why he's not fighting Pulev, why he didn't want to fight Caballel for European title. They're just hanging on for more pay-per-views. The big in Derek Chisora up on there. Now Derek Chisora's from the same gym as Spencer Oliver, Finchley, innit, right? Where Joshua trained for years. Now I'm telling you now that Chisora is shot to pieces. Shot to pieces. Yeah, he's tough and all that, but he's shot to pieces, and I wouldn't put it past them throwing him in with Joshua and it being a love-in. He's shot to bits. What is the pay-per-view criteria? Why ain't one of them pricks on there? And I mean fucking pricks. Why didn't they ask this Jake Wood? They've got the platform there, they've got the Eddie Hearne interview. Why don't they ask Eddie Hearne? Eddie, what is the pay-per-view criteria for the fucking moment? What is it? Ugh! What's the pay-per-view? What's the pay-per-view criteria, Eddie Hearne? Or Barney Francis. They said Barney Francis is knocking them back for certain pay-per-views. Oh, it's got to be stronger. Fucking come out and tell us what the pay-per-view fucking criteria fucking is. That's what we want to fucking know. Yeah. Fucking getting a joke. What, over to you, Dale?
So, coming back to the Coogan point.
You what, mate?
He only asks the question that should be being asked to certain people. He backtracks around Hearne, he backtracks around Warren, he backtracks around Fury, Joshua. He doesn't ask the question that should be being asked. But if you watch the Patel interview, you know, you can see he's getting worked up on the camera, but he should be getting worked up about the top end.
Oh, Coogan.
Yeah.
Coogan don't ask the right questions, mate. He's a fucking blowjob. He just goes, yeah, okay, and we move on. We move on, Frank. Oh, we move on, Eddie. This is what they need to be fucking asking. Let me tell you. Porky will fucking ask it. I'm not fitting any of the cunts. This is what needs to be asking. Frank Warren, I know you're watching because you have your Muppets watch this programme. Frank, it's Porky here. You know who I am, Frank. You rung me up 3 morning threatening me a few years ago, accusing me of sending you a fucking fish for your birthday in post. Now listen to this, Frank, right? And I'm going to ask you, because I know you're watching. You said Tyson Fury, Frank, and Wilder is 99.9% done. Your words, not mine. 99.9% done, Frank. Why ain't it signed? Why ain't it announced? Are you waiting to come out on the Joshua fight week with Povetkin? Are you going to come out then and announce it? Because if you do, Frank, I think that's in bad fucking taste. You should be letting them grow their fight, and you should be growing your fight. Yeah, we're not big fans of Eddie Hearne, but he's the #1 man. Now, you can't sabotage their show, because they wouldn't do it to yours, would they? Or they haven't been doing. Let them have their fight week. You have your fight week, Frank, but get your show announced. Don't be saying it's 99.9% done, because that's a load of old baba. It ain't done, Frank, is it? Fury wants 20 million, that's the word. You've got to produce that 20 million, Frank. Now, if he's getting 20 million, what's Wilder going to get? How are you going to pay for it all? Fury's going to want his money in a fucking escrow, innit? Fury's come out today, hasn't he, on TV and Instagram saying, oh, it's on like Donkey Kong, all that. I can't be doing with it anymore. I just want to see fucking fights, me, do you, Dale? I don't want to see all this load of knackers behind the scene. Who's got biggest cock and all that? Why don't you just pull them out and let Dave Allen measure them or something? At the end of the day, mate, these fights need to be out, Frank. They need to be making good fights. You and Eddie Hearne, you're all tiptoeing around it. Nobody wants to fucking go near Wilder, do they, or Ortiz? Fucking hell, all we're getting here is a load of old shit. Make the fights and announce them. Instead of announcing them, we aren't any signatures. Over to you, Dale.
Yeah, the
Porky is back.
Situation's fucking farcical. I mean, I just had a little look through the other day. You had, like, you know, Froch Ward, Froch Boutte, fights that were on regular Sky, and not too recently either.
Yes, Froch Boutte, Froch Ward.
The one weekend you had Burns de Rocco and you had Bellew Macabu back to back, like, you know, it was on the Saturday and Sunday. You know, there was fight nights when you used to have Collar against Perez, you'd have Quigg and Martinez as chief support. You got 2 world title fights there. Now, you're getting non-title fights with non-British headline acts on pay-per-view.
Yeah. It's a fucking disgrace, isn't it? It's a fucking disgrace.
It's nowhere near good enough. And now they've obviously brought Macklin on board.
Fucking Macklin's a joke, innit? Macklin's a joker, mate.
For these casuals, innit?
Matthew Macklin, right? I used to respect him. I've actually met him at Froch Dirrell. Froch. Yusuf Mack against Froch. I met him. And I actually thought he was alright, but since he's got a job at Sky, Macklin has become a blowjob. Matthew Macklin, you have become a blowjob at Sky. You're not the same person. You're knocking out the Sky fucking narrative all the time. I want to see Crawler in with Lomachenko. What planet are you on, Matthew Macklin? You've got Joshua in your top 10 pound for pound. So's Johnny Nelson, so's Bellew, but Carl Frochant, Ring Magazine ain't got him in top 10, but you 3 blowjobs have. You are blowjobs. I'm fucking sick of yous. Macklin, you should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed. Fucking blowjob.
On what grades should Anthony Joshua be in the top 10?
Eh?
On what grades?
Sure, he's beat a 41-year-old Vladimir. Matthew Macklin, yeah, he's got a job at Sky, but he should know fucking better. Now, Matthew Macklin's a British, Commonwealth, European, and in my opinion, a world champion. He beat that guy in Germany, didn't he? He got fucking robbed, didn't he? So let's give him his kudos. He can fight. He's been a manager. He's a fighter. He knows boxing, right? He's been around the game long enough to know that Joshua's not pound for pound top 10. And Crawler shouldn't be in the same fucking city as Lomachenko, even in the ring, watching the fight, never mind fucking fighting him. But we all know Crawler's his mate. They're all sticking up for the fucking mates. It's a fucking loving, isn't it? It's a fucking loving.
It is shocking. It is really shocking. I mean, Macklin, I mean, to be fair to him, he's been in with some all-time greats, isn't he? Let's be honest.
Yeah, he's been in with some great fighters, Matthew Macklin. He knows his way around the fucking ring, let me tell you. I had him beating. I had him a good 8 rounds, and maybe 7 rounds to 4 and 1 drawn against that guy. I swear to fucking God, he got robbed against Felix Stern, mate. He were robbed in front of me eyeballs. I had money on him to win. I was spitting, mate. He were robbed, and he were never the same fighter after that. He reached top at mountain, and his night he were robbed. But since he's gone to Sky, he's become a company man like Johnny Nelson, and I'm embarrassed. I ain't got a problem with anybody holding a fucking job down, but you've got to be like Carl Froch. You've got to say it as it is. You've got to be your own man. Froch ain't bothered if he loses his job there. He's his own man. He's his own man. None of them are telling him what to do. They need him there for credibility. He's in Hall of Fame next June. None of that lot are going to Hall of Fame, are they? None of them. Fucking none of them. They need an Hall of Fame pundit, don't they? So they need Froch there for credibility. They can't let Adam Smith have it, because Adam Smith had Jamie McDonnell well, we know what happened in Monaco, don't we? This is why we love the sport so much. It were fucking bent. Now they're all fucking blowjobs, a lot of them, mate, blowjobs. And I'll tell them to the fucking face, none of them bother me. I'll tell them, mate, I say, look, mate, you should be embarrassed. They're all company men, aren't they, Dale?
Yeah. I mean,
it's getting a joke now, it's getting a joke.
You can see it coming now. In my opinion, I think it's only a matter of time before everybody's best mate, Billy Joe Saunders, jumps ship as well.
Yeah, Billy Joe Saunders, all of a sudden.
Cuddling up on the plane together.
Yeah, it's not going to be long before Billy Joe Saunders as Sky. Tyson Fury as well, I think that's going to happen. I think they're using Frank as a stepping stone. I think they've got their heads together. And good, I hope they do jog Frank on. But as far as I'm concerned, Tyson should be with Mick Hennessy. And Billy should maybe show a bit of loyalty to Frank, but there isn't no loyalties. They both can fight. Billy, in my opinion, on his day, is best middleweight in the world, without a shadow of a doubt. What Billy Joe Saunders you're going to get turning up, I don't know. But getting back to Macklin, embarrassing. Matthew Macklin, you're embarrassing, mate. I'm sorry, but you should know better. Just my opinion, Matthew. You have opinions, and I've got an opinion. Linares shouldn't have been near Crawler. He beat him twice. Linares got knocked out like Lomachenko. So why would you put Crawler in with Lomachenko? Matthew Macklin, can you answer that? Can one of your Sky pundit mates answer it? Because I've heard back that when you come out with that, your colleagues were like, ooh, they were embarrassed. Get Paulie Malignaggi back on. Macklin's got to go for that. Matthew Macklin, I'm calling you for you to resign. You've got to resign. After them comments about Lomachenko and the putting Femi in your top 8 of your pound for pound list at the moment. Ring Magazine ain't even got him in top 10, and that's the Bible, mate. That's what we go by, the Bible, not your pound for pound top 10. This is my opinion.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Dale? Are you going to listen to that podcast when you get in, Dale?
Oh, I'm going to have a listen, I think so, yeah.
It's on Jake Wood and Spencer Oliver's timeline. It's totally embarrassing. I'm urging all hardcore boxing fans, this is a rally call from Porky, go on to Spencer Oliver's timeline and you'll see it, episode 38, the Eddie Hearne interview by Spencer Oliver and starstruck Jake Wood. Don't forget, these same two, they get freebie tickets for Sky Sports Boxing, freebies. They go to after parties and party it up and pat everybody on the back and big up everything Sky. They are total helmets. Speaking of helmets, we've got the helmets of the week list here, and that's going to be in the next video, which I'm going to do in a minute. So look forward to that. That should be out tomorrow. Oh, this is all the votes are in now, and you've already heard. I've given you a list, Dale, and they all deserve the ranking, don't they, mate?
Yeah.
They are fucking helmets, the lot of them. Helmets.
Quickly before we come to the end of the video.
Yeah, go on then, mate.
Let's just reel off a couple of the quickly, some of the upcoming fights. You give me Porky's predictions.
Go on then, yeah.
So, we want Porky's predictions. We want Triple G Canelo.
Triple G Canelo. Triple G on points.
Porter against Garcia.
Porter against Garcia. Garcia on points. Groves against Smith. Ooh, that's a close one, that. Callum Smith, he's just struggled with a kickboxer who were 5'5". Well, he wasn't that tall, well, he wasn't 5'5". And the jury's out on Callum, but I know he's the real deal because I know people who've sparred him. Liam Smith's sparred him. Sorry, Liam Cameron, my close friend, he's sparred him. And he says that Callum Smith's the real deal. But George Groves is a cut above. If his shoulder holds up, I think he'll be too experienced. He's got a lot of mileage on clock, but I'm going to go for a George Groves points win. Groves on points. I like George Groves now. I didn't used to. I like him now. I have a love-hate relationship with him. I like him.
Finally.
Yeah, well, he sent people to my house, didn't he, Groves? We haven't forgot, George, that he did that, but luckily who you sent, he was a friend of Dennis's and he's now my pal. So you're unlucky, George. It cost you 2 ringside tickets at Wembley. Unlucky. But yeah, I like George Groves now. I think he's been through a lot. And Frotch always bigs him up now, and I do. I think he's been through a lot. He obviously went through that where that guy got injured, didn't he? And I felt for him there, George. And he brought a lot of battles on himself because they create these characters, don't they, that we either like or dislike. It's like a soap opera. It's like I didn't used to like Steve Davis, but I liked Alex Higgins. But George Groves, I like him now. So George Groves, I like you. And I hope you win. Hey?
What I like most about Groves is that although probably the past 5-6 years he's been at the top table, so to speak.
Yeah, he's been dining at the top table. What table's Callum Smith been at?
He's never sold his soul to Sky.
No, no, he hasn't. No.
That you can still be an established top name.
Yeah.
In British boxing, and you don't need to be with Sky. Even though I know he's propped up a couple of the Sky pay-per-view cards.
Yeah.
You know, against Murray and against he won his title against Chudnoff, but he's made his name outside of being under the Eddie Hearne promotion.
Yeah, he has, yeah, he has, yeah. Yeah, you're right, he's done alright, George Groves. He's been there, he's been in deep water and he's swam. Whereas, Callum Smith, the jury's out because he's not been tested, has he? We're not saying Callum Smith can't win, he should have gone to Olympics, he was robbed. Nobody's saying Callum Smith can't swim or he can't fight, or that he can't win or he can't beat Groves. But I think he's too inexperienced. But he can punch, he can move, and he's probably the best fighter out of a lot of Smiths. I mean, he's only one with a win over a world champion, isn't he, if you count Rocky Fielding's win. And that was before Rocky won the title, wasn't it? So he's the only one out of all them fights, isn't he?
Yeah.
11-1, aren't they, out of all of them? Callum's 1-1, others are 0-11, aren't they, other 3 brothers? Even though Beef is a former world champion, he's not beaten champion, has he? But we've been over this before. Paul Smith's 0-6 against champions, and Swift is 0-4, isn't he? Beef is 0-2, isn't he? Hey?
The Gale, Groves, Abraham twice, Ward. Who's the 5th?
No, Beef is 0-1, isn't he? He didn't fight that guy, did he? Other week, he got cancelled, didn't he?
I'm on about.
Who are you on about? Paul Smith. Oh, Paul Smith fought Zerger, Abraham twice, Ward, DeGale and Groves.
Yeah.
That's his 6. Swifty fought 4. And Beefy's fought 1. Canelo has only fought 1 world champion, hasn't he? And he got beat, Canelo. The one other week got cancelled, didn't it? Dale, are you there?
Yes, mate.
Yeah, the one other week got cancelled, didn't it? Beefy's fight.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So.
But he's another one, yeah, Frank. You know, home advantage, Frank.
Home advantage, Frank.
Stole him the belt.
Yeah. He didn't get Beefy home advantage for that one. He was having to go to America, wasn't he? So it is what it is, isn't it, mate?
When it really comes to it, and the big bucks come in from America,
You what?
He ships them off then, doesn't he? Once, you know, he'd all talk saying home advantage and stuff like that, but as soon as the big chip's getting in front of him and he knows he's getting a good cut of that, he soon ships him off over there.
Listen, Dale, I'm telling you now, mate, sure as eggs are eggs, I'm telling you this, and this is a statement from Big Porky. Frank Warren has got no fucking money. You've heard that from me. His fighters, they're going on the road. They're going on the road. He's not throwing any money at him. Tyson Fury wants his money in... Oh, ice cream man. Oh. Tyson Fury wants his money in an escrow. Obviously, that's the delay, innit? He obviously ain't got the money. Now, if Tyson Fury's on commission for how many sales they get for pay-per-view, he's not going to be too pleased because he's not guaranteed anything. Frank could pull a fast one on him, couldn't he? That's the problem, I think. It's the money. They both want to fight. It's the money. Is the money there? Yeah, the money's there after the event. Can Frank Warren be trusted to pay him after? I don't know, mate. They'll all be looking at it with legal possibilities and all sorts. But the way I see it is this. Money is the stumbling block for everything in life. And that's why Wilder Fury ain't done. I think it's got to be because of money, hasn't it? Got to be.
Obviously, what needs BT to stump up some of the cash, doesn't it?
It's what, mate?
He obviously needs BT to stump up some of the cash.
Yeah, of course he's going to want BT to stump up because at the end of the day, they're supposed to be backing him now. They might not want to do that. And is this going to be their first pay-per-view? It all looks a bit rushed. And will it be a disaster like that first ITV one? Where I don't know, but they can't afford to fuck up, can they? It's not a tried and tested formula, this Frank Warren thing. And I think he'd have been better off staying with Box Nation. I think they're trying to polish a turd BT Sport. Yeah, Frank's got the stable, but who has he really got when you look amongst it all? Frampton's coming to end. Josh Warrington, he's been matched easily. Yarday's not ready. Who's the other one? Tyson Fury, he could down tools at any day. He could just walk at any day. He's a multi-millionaire, Tyson. He don't need this. So at any day he can go. So I don't know. We keep hearing all this about home advantage and we've got the backing. Prove it, Frank. Put your money where your mouth is, Frank Warren. Prove it. Announce these dates. There's another one they announced, isn't there? Warrington, Frampton. That's not announced. So alright, chatting all this. Don't forget. So alright, chatting all these dates, get them announced. If Tyson Fury don't fight Wilder this Christmas, who's he going to fight? He's got to fight somebody, hasn't he? If he don't fight Wilder and he goes back to fighting a bin man, the crowds will not come, they'll vote with their feet.
He's never been a massive ticket seller anyway, Tyson.
No, but if he don't fight Wilder this Christmas, he's going to have egg on his face. People are all going to say, phew, God, after all that chit-chat. It is on like Donkey Kong. Well, it don't look like it's on. And I'm praying it is for Tyson. I want him to get some money out of the job. And get out of boxing with his faculties in place. Is it on? The fans need to know. Is it on?
You look at Tyson's record, I mean, obviously before this sham of a comeback, you got to Germany for Vlad, so Vlad had sold it. Used to sell himself anyway, so that 50k, he didn't contribute to any of them tickets. The fight before that he fought Hammer, was that not at the O2 when he had Eubank on? Yeah,
he fought Hammer, yeah.
No one in the arena. The fight before that he fought Chisora, second fight, and that was sold out at the XL, but that was only sold out because people were there to see Eubank against Saunders.
Yeah, that's true, mate, that's absolutely true. They were there to see Eubank against Saunders, and he fought, who did he fight on that night? Derek Chisora? Yeah, so they had Chisora, Tyson, and Eubank Saunders, and it wasn't sold out, was it? But he's got a bigger following now, though, Tyson, hasn't he, now, since he's come back. So I'm
still not convinced he'd do over 5,000 tickets.
Well, we're gonna see, aren't we? We're gonna see, but we've got 1 minute left, Dale.
Quick bit on Amir Khan then this weekend.
Amir Khan beats him in round 1. Round 1. He'll not want to hang about, Amir. I want to make a statement. Round 1. Get your bets on round 1. Like I told you all last time. Nobody believed me. Round 1, Amir Khan. Kell Brook will be there. And he's going to tell Kell, you're going to get some of that as well, babby. And he's going to say babby to him. So, alright, mate. Alright, well, listen, shout out to the Tea Leaf Company in Brighton, my new sponsor. SAS Digital, K Official, and my pal Rico at Leadwright and Ali Churchill's Tailors. Is that alright with you, Dale? Let's have a look. 10 seconds to go. Right. You take care, Dale. I'll get this uploaded now and it'll be out tomorrow.
Cheers.
Cheers, pal. All the best. Bye-bye, mate. Bye.